If you like what we do and want to see more content from us, check out our Patreon page where we currently have a 7-day free trial available. G'day everyone, Diesel here from Getting Around Oz Camper Trailer Travelling. Thanks for checking out a video today. Very exciting for me to share this one with you. A few weeks ago we picked up a new car. The answer is yes, we're going to be using a different car to travel, explore and four-wheel drive around the place. Well, here she is. G'day everyone, Diesel here from Getting Around Oz Camper Trailer Travelling. Thanks for joining us today and thanks for joining us for the second episode of our build series. Now when we were looking at a four-wheel drive and considering whether we go for a wagon or a ute, when we decided it was going to be a ute, was it going to be something with a canopy? You know, the concerns I had were basically the back of the tub is a bloody slip and slide unless you've got a false floor or carpet or something on there, and that turned out to be the case when I got this thing. There's no way to, you know, stop things just going around like this as they want to. Now another concern I had was with a tailgate, if you look at one yourself, a lot of the time you actually see daylight in through here, and if you can see daylight, that means dust and possibly or probably water is going to get through there. And another thing here with the tailgate was some we looked at had gas struts, some didn't. If they don't, they obviously, it's fairly abrupt when they open. Some were good, some weren't. If you've just tuned into the second episode of our build series, there was one last week. Feel free to check that one out. But if you want to follow more of this, subscribe to the channel and get on board. We've got plenty more to come. A special thanks to Grunt 4x4 who've supplied these products for me to try out and show you basically. And they have offered a discount code for you as well to take advantage of. Hang around at the end of the video, you'll be able to see that one. But anyway, enough of the blah, blah, blah. Make yourself comfy. Let's get into it. Cheers. Rightio, so today's video we've got a couple of things going on in the back here, right? But when we were looking at a dual cab ute with a tub, and there was a couple of things specifically that I had concerns about. Now one was the back. How do you tie things down? How do you fix things? Do things slide around? And I learned very quickly it's a bloody slip and slide back here. Like seriously, it's out of control. Things are slide all over the place. Yes, there's a couple of tie down points. You know, a lot of things just can't be tied down. It's too hard or it doesn't work. It's just a bloody nightmare. So what I did was I jumped onto, we ended up on these guys' website, Grunt 4x4. Well, they had a few things actually I was pretty keen on. But they had this tub mat essentially. So I'll chuck up on the screen which one it is, and obviously I'll chuck it in the description so you can see for yourself. They basically have these mats that are tailor-made for a few different type of utes, and the PX2 was one of those, and basically the mat just fits in there perfectly. Primarily this one here, it's an 8.5mm mat, okay, so it's designed to be non-slip, is resistant to a lot of household oils and those types of things, which is good. I'll tell you what, this is bloody thick as. It feels like a bloody car tyre, to be honest with you. Okay, so next up is, now that I've got the rubber mat there, I can put all these bloody things on there without them sliding off. Now, it has rolled out fairly flat except for the end bit, but keeping in mind it's been rolled up into a coil, so that'll straighten out. Now, I've got two things here. Other major concern I had when I was looking at a tub was how much bloody dust do you get in these things. When you've got these up, there's actually a gap. You can see a gap between the main frame here and the actual tailgate itself, and you know, everyone's got a different story to tell. Some people will tell you, and I haven't tried this myself, but if you've got the right type of canopy, you open up the vent and actually pressurize itself, so the pressure will actually keep the outside, you know, from getting in the inside essentially. Now, if it's raining, I imagine you can't have the vent open to keep the pressure on because the water's going to come in, but you know what? There's something's going to fix with that. It's this tailgate seal kit here, and this one here, I'll chuck them up the screen. I forget how much it cost. I think it was 69 or 79 or something like that. So it's bugger all. These are all cut precisely to fit, essentially. And it's on the box here as well. Designed to fit down this way and across that way as well. So essentially that should completely seal this bugger up, which is something that I'm very keen to do. Those two out. Okay, so I think that's the one that goes along the bottom there. Now it does say to make sure you give the surface a bit of a rub down, make sure there's no oils. Now I'm in a bit of a hurry here, so if this doesn't stick, it's on camera, it's my fault. Step number 2 is the 2 thinner profile strips, which is those two. So I'll put those to the side on the top of the rubber facing the inside, which is, so I'm assuming that's the little feather there they're talking about. So we go into the bottom. Just going around the little groove there. From that, straight back up. Now next up is, it's the best way to do this. Don't need a knife, it's like I just want a bloody excuse to get it out. Stainless steel struts. Now at the moment, I'll check that out in a sec, there's just some rubber seals there. We've got struts at the moment, but they're not stainless steel. Now if you drive down the beach, or if you do any sort of boating, you know exactly what salt water can do to metal. There's no better way to sort that out than bloody a bit of stainless steel. So these ones here are all Australian made. This one actually comes with a 12-month replacement guarantee as well, so a bit of confidence there. And it is something that they've been doing for quite some time, so it's not like they're just new having a crack at this. So I reckon check them out for yourself. Now to install these ones, the instructions did say, or sorry, on the website it says you need a 50mm torque bit, which is what I've got there. I picked one of those up from Repco. If you haven't got one, for 12 bucks just this afternoon. I've got a 30mm torque bit there as well, which I had in my drill kit. We've got the cable there. We're gonna take those 2 bolts out there, and then we're going to take this one off here as well. So strut goes up here, 1, 2. They're the 2 50mm bolts there, and then we've got the 30mm bolt there. So take those 3 out, essentially put this bugger in, and it should be a nice easy job. Just going to take those out. So I've not done this before, so we're going to work this out together. We'll screw those off here, which is nice and easy. That bottom one there. There he comes. Now, I'll say at this point, I've just done the other side. It was a cinch. I'm going to show you this side. Only reason I didn't show you that was because the bloody GoPro is overheating. It's just come out of the fridge ready to go. The instructions are very simple. It's basically a 5-6 step process, and you've seen the first 3 steps, but well done. It's very easy. Like, I'm saying it's easy now because I've actually had a look at it and tried it out. We're just going to chuck this bracket back on here before we get onto the strut. Now this bit here goes up here with the cable. Cable goes on the inside, screws into this hole here. Now this one is obviously engineered to fit straight in here. So this one here was a 17mm burner. For this one here to line up. Tighten him up. Now last bit here is, step 6 is there's some cable locating rubber which I just stick down here. So there's the seal there. There we go, cable's nicely in there. And trying to shut him, and the cable just stays in there nice like that. No chance of it getting tangled. Oh. Now watch this. This is pretty impressive. That is very bloody nice. Well done guys, these stainless steel struts are bloody fantastic. Very easy to fix. As you can see, all I need to do was take off this fitting here, but if you don't have gas struts, it's even easier. All you need to do is unbolt that little one down there, put that in, put that back on, put that back, clip that back on with the rubbers, and you're done. It's a very easy bloody job and worth the money, that's for sure. Loving that. Well done guys. Okay, so look, it's about a month down the track here now, and I can probably give you a bit more feedback on the performance of all this grunt gear here, and I'll be honest with you, I'm very impressed. What I am going to do, I've actually got the cast out here, and I'm going to get some pressurized water and actually going to see if this actually fits through the gap here, because as I probably explained before I put these rubber seals on, there was daylight through there before, and you know, now it's sort of very much a firm fit. And the gas struts as well, I tell you what, they're very nice, and the mat, it's definitely changed the way the tub and all the gear in the tub sort of sits. But for example, like when you go to close this thing, very nice there, a bit less rattle going on. And look at this for the gas strut here. Now you can see there with the mat and a bit more usage on it there. It sits very nice here and all nice and snug, and it's all settled in there very nicely. I guess the best way I could explain what it's like closing the tailgate now, you know when you put rubber door seals on doors in your house and it sort of just firms it up and sort of stops the slamming? That's exactly what it's like here. And then with these struts, again, you can see it there, it was just nice and smooth, and I guess it's just a lot bloody easier on the gear and no sort of banging or any of that sort of crap. So for this little test here, got the old Jackery portable power generator here, got the Karcher here, hose all hooked up, let's go. Rightio, now that's done, and I managed to give myself a bit of a spray there, but it's hey, I'll show you now, and it's there's no bloody water in there at all. So see there's water up in there, but in there, nothing through here at all. It's all bloody dry as a bone. And again, you can sort of see on the outside of the seal here, it's got some water, and then obviously looking at the tailgate down there where I was spraying in there, plenty of water everywhere but in there. So there you go. I think that's will give you a fair idea of what this gear is like, and between the seal, the stainless steel struts and the mat, you know, to you guys that designed and, you know, put in, you know, the R&D to sort of make these things, you've done a great job. They're very good products, and you know, very happy to keep using them. Stick around for future videos as well, because you better sort of see how these perform in the longer term. But don't forget, these guys here offered a discount code for you, which was 10%. I'll chuck the details in the description there for you, and you know, jump on their website, check them out. They've actually got a few other products there as well that may be of interest for you. But I guess special thanks to them for, you know, letting me try out these things and let me use them. I'm very happy with them, and you know, bloody stoked I got them. So thanks guys, and like, I hope you're enjoying the build series so far. There is a lot more to come. There's been a lot of bloody work done this thing over the last month, and I have a lot more to show you, but would love to hear your feedback and thoughts on these things here, but whatever else I've got coming up. Cheers guys, we'll catch you next one. Hooroo.